Hello, everybody. We are doing an old style video today. I guess I shouldn't say old for me because I usually don't show my face and everything, but old in terms of YouTube. Remember the days when everybody would show up just in their camera, say something crazy, then peace out? Well, today I wanted to say thank you to pretty much all of you who are watching. I did want to say thank you to a couple specific people, but I wanted to touch base with the people who watch this channel and who watch my other channels because I know that things have been rough lately for everybody, I think, in the last few years. And I know that there have been some people worried about me specifically, which does mean a lot. For those of you who don't know, this is not a Victim Olympics video, but I do have several disabilities that are not really viewable with like fibromyalgia, other myalgias, chronic pain, depression, anxiety, just a lot of, I got a petri dish going on here. And I know that sometimes those things manifest in different ways. Like, I'm obviously not somebody with multiple personalities or anything like that, but I am somebody who goes through a lot of issues. Luna's crying in the background with depression and with my life, especially since, the loss of my father a few years ago. It's something that's just kind of continued to affect me. And so a lot of people have been very, very worried about me. Luna ran away. I tried to grab her. And I really do appreciate it. In the last couple of years, I would say there was a time with this channel where it was doing very, very well. It was a time, though, where I think that I was kind of in this grind mindset of selling out, though. And people thought that I was being who I really was, and I often wasn't. It was a time where I was like only doing Batman videos and stuff like that, and I just didn't really want to branch out. I didn't want to explore who else I was, what else I cared about. And I thought that, the way that corporate YouTube works, I just need to like hammer down on this one thing until I run out of ideas and save up a bunch of money and then peace out. And that's not a good attitude, and it's not who I want to be. And since then, I've really branched out on my content, and it's seen varying amounts of success or lack thereof. It's been very hard for me because my dream is to do this as a job, to entertain all of you as a full-time thing. That's what I want to do. It's the only thing that's really ever made me happy in terms of some kind of purpose for an occupation. So for me, it's been a rough couple of years because kind of seeing like that, when I started being the real me, that a lot of people didn't care about that, and trying to grapple with that on the internet, it's something that it has been difficult for me. And it's why those of you who have supported me really do mean a lot to me, including Luna here.
You should show everybody how much you love her.
Luna is very amazing.
Isn't
And
she?
she looks a lot like Kitty used to.
Doesn't she? She's so pretty.
She hates being held though, so we are going to put her down because I don't like violating the sanctity of my animals. Not that way, Jill. But we are going to set her down here. It's been a rough couple years, and that's why I wanted to thank all of you. We do have other channels going on if you do want to support them. Things like JayRPG, which I will link in the description and the top comment. It's a newer channel I've been doing stuff on. We have Magical Jill, which is my wife's channel mainly, but I'm on there. We do a lot of anime videos. Degenerate Plays, where we've been playing through a lot of games. Those things, I've seen some of you at like everything. And some of you won't have an interest in everything, and that's okay. But people like Nicholas McMath, people like, I hope I pronounce your name right, Anson. People like even Topher, who supports my Patreon, and channel membership stuff. People like Seth, my friend who helps me with my James Bond videos, which I have a new one coming up very soon. People like this. There's a lot more, by the way. There is a lot more people that I think I really appreciate. Even people in my life like Nate, Jill, my mom, T. There's a lot of people I appreciate. And a lot of subscribers, too. But I wanted to say thank you to pretty much anybody. Whether you watch, one video a month or whether you watch all of them on every channel, it really does help me out because this is something that I want to do with my life. It is something that I would like to entertain people. I'd like to create things. And eventually I would like to do some more, smaller projects too, like even indie game development, possibly. I don't really know how I would get into it because I already don't make a livable wage. But in terms of that, I have been finding other ways to make money and keep doing this in the meantime, as this has been, very unstable. It's just YouTube as a kind of a crapshoot for me. But even something like I've been looking at it, even something like making a game like inspired by some of my childhood favorite RPGs, like the Game Boy Advance era, things like that, like a turn-based RPG type thing. That's something that I would be interested in getting into at some point. There's like a lot of avenues of creation that I want to pursue at some point in my life, possibly. And I wanted to thank you for making this avenue possible. Because even if for some reason I dropped off the face of the earth tomorrow, which I don't plan, there is a body of videos and work on this channel and my other channels that are really only possible because people wanted to watch them, because people cared, because people wanted to support what I was doing and were kind about it. And that kind of thing means a lot to me. I look like I'm reading a teleprompter, but I'm trying to look at the camera here. But I don't know. I know it's a little stuttery of a video. There's not really a big main message, except that I have a lot of projects coming up I'm working on. I'm working on a new James Bond video about the video games. I'm working on a couple of Watch Dogs videos, actually. I don't know if people care about that. Every time I talk about Watch Dogs, I get comments like, I'd rather watch dogs shit. But I like those games. I'm working on some more Assassin's Creed stuff. I've got a big Rocksteady video coming up about Batman Arkham and Suicide Squad, and more Spider-Man. I'm trying to get into more comic books, by the way, again. I've started reading some Green Lantern stuff, so I'd love to make some more comic book videos as well, things like that. One thing I'm interested in covering on this channel that I haven't, two things actually, is TMNT, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at some point, and maybe even the occasional Star Trek video. I was thinking, like, this channel, I really only want it to be successful if it's the things that I care about, That's something that I think I struggled with in the past, is my self-value. Because I was building my entire image off of somebody else's brand. That's really what it was. Like when you... This is no hatred to other YouTubers. But when you are just like the Batman Arkham guy, or you are just the Green Lantern guy, or you are just the Assassin's Creed guy, I'm not saying you can't have good things to share. Some of my favorite channels are very niche and focused. But for me, that never fulfilled me. It never made me happy. And it made me feel like I was just the guy who built my entire image off one person's brand. Like some company made this thing, I latched onto it and I talked about it. I don't want to be that person. Like I want to be someone who shares my interests, somebody who shares the things I'm passionate about, the people I'm passionate about, and is willing to say the things that I believe in. That's something I've become a lot more comfortable with, I think, in the last year, is sharing my actual opinions, not, towing the line, not being afraid to offend people. Because for a long time, I really was. I was worried about who would I lose, who would I offend, who would leave. And when you're trying to please everybody, it really can, it weighs you down. It can hurt your content. I still think my content has been something I'm happy with, but there have been times where I've just avoided issues completely because I'm like, I just don't want to deal with that. I want this channel to be something where I can be real. I want this channel to be something where I can be entertaining. If I want to post a video game review, I can. If I want to post a movie review, I can. And those subscribers, like people like Nicholas, people like Seth, people like Topher, people like Anson, there's a lot of people I know, but these are just people that came to, the top of my head. Even people like all of you. I wish I had a list of my supporters here.
Speaking of people, there's this one person that buys from my shop a lot, and his name is Matthew, and I don't know if he watches these videos or not, but I wanted to say thank you to Matthew.
Hey, thank you to Matthew. Real shout out to a real one.
Mm-hmm.
Real boy. People like you guys, and really everybody, even people, who have helped me out in my Discord servers that I don't talk enough about, which if you want to join, fun community, it's in the description. We got people there like Eddie, people like obviously Major Disaster. He is basically goes by Steve, but Major Disaster has his own channel where he covers a lot of comic book stuff, which if you haven't seen it, I'm also going to actually link his channel in my top pin comment. Because he does a lot of good work that goes unseen, too. Like, he deals with a lot of the same stuff. Even better than Starlight, actually, does a lot of really good Resident Evil videos. And I've seen in a lot of my comment sections supporting me, which I appreciate. So I'll put that there, too. I'm going to put a couple of the supporters' channels there, too. There's a lot of people who have made this possible. And I just want to say thank you, I guess. And I'm going to keep working hard. I feel like lately I've had a bad attitude. I have had an attitude of frustration. I've had an attitude of, like, I'm getting screwed, so why should I try? And that's not the kind of person I want to be. That's not the kind of work I want to put out. And it's why I've uploaded less. It's why I've just had less interest in doing this. It's why, fewer videos have come out. And even why sometimes I might seem like I'm just lacking energies because I just feel like, well, no one's going to see this anyway. Who fucking cares? And I don't want to be that person. I want to try hard because the people who have supported me, who have cared about me, and who have reached out and shown empathy and care, it means the world to me, and I appreciate it. And I plan to keep working hard. Jill, was there anything else?
Yeah, if you subscribe, you can become a bro, and you can get your official bro fist.
No, where are we stealing PewDiePie's shtick now? We're just stealing PewDiePie's shtick from like 10 years ago. We're like, he moved to Japan. What's he gonna do?
He can't do nothing to us.
You're funny. I don't know. Well, we do appreciate you very much. We hope you do have a great day, and thank you very much for supporting this channel. And I'm actually going to try and have a video go up tomorrow as well. So, what, Jill? What, Jill? Jill, go ahead. Jill's got a plug.
Oh no, I thought you could do it.
Okay, all right. So if you want to support this channel further, we do have all of our other channels, and the channels I talked about will be in the top comment, as well as we do have our own store, CosmoBunny.shop, where you can support us as well if you're interested. We've got, resin coasters, keychains, all kinds of stuff there. I've got a couple things actually right here that I can show you that were in a little box. Some stuff. I believe somebody recently purchased this, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah, we have to send that out.
Yeah, we have to send this out. So we got some other stuff here going on. These are from recycled comic books where we go and we get comic books and manga that are too damaged to sell, and we turn them into something cool, transformative. There's keychains too, even big keychains now we're starting to do. So lots of fun stuff over there. There's all kinds of things, but I don't want to turn this into a product placement video, so I will just leave it at this. But we do appreciate you very much. And the discount code DJAY123 works over there. Otherwise, you can use that on Fortnite too. Helps us out a lot. Thank you. Have a great day, and as always, everyone, stay away. And I hope I didn't blast people's eardrums out when this thing fell in the box. So we're gonna have to check that out. But have a good one.